Alright, now let's drop frames. Let's waste the stamina on the new job. All that can be seen are chaos and despair. All that can be heard are sounds and emptiness. What float is a disintegrating phantom. What sink is a shattered cage. The amorphous layer looks like what would happen if the entire Sephiroth zone were chopped up and mashed back together again. Kinda reminds me of the Titanfall 2 stage, that factory stage. The streets, the building, everything has the eerie quality of distorted beauty. A boy slowly descends from the sky, waving his arms like an orchestra conductor, reveling in his play.
This is so wonderful! None but I was good enough to find this place.
Stiato not dulu. The boy's line of thought is interrupted by a sudden burst of pain from his subconscious.
What's wrong with this body? Forget it.
Pain energy erupts from Ron's back in a black mist and condenses into the form of another boy. Ron's face fails as the black mist pulls away, and he drops to the group like an empty husk.
Yeah. I'm so glad the Aegis mirror is broken. Otherwise, I'd been stuck in this weak body.
Eren kicks Ron angrily, as if in revenge for the pain he just endured, then narrows his eyes and surveys his surroundings.
This isn't the Hall of the Heart. Was there a problem with the components? Oh, I didn't check the condition of the statue. Ah! Why is everything working against me? Aha!
Oops,
I
I forgot
feel
to read.
it. The Hall of the Heart is near. There are always twists and turns on the path to perfection, but everything always turns out well in the end.
Oh, I guess he escaped from the, what do you call it, mental institution.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did those kicks wake you up?
In a daze, Ron sits up and rubs his forehead. Although still quite out of it, he vaguely recognizes the familiar face and a body.
Aladdin? You got out of the mirror?
That's right. Thank you for your trust in me. You kept your promise and got me out of there.
Awesome! And then we... wait a second. Where are we? I had no idea there was such a place in the Stellaris Academy before.
Ron looks around blankly. His surroundings are so bizarre that he just can't comprehend what's happening, except that it's much colder here than it was at the academy.
I have to hide somewhere very far away if I don't want Commander Athena to find me. You should stay here for now if you don't know the way. Don't worry, I'll come back for you.
Miss Athena... That's right. She was chasing us. Oh, she must be really mad at us now.
No need to worry, we're free now. Well, I still have some business to take care of, so let's split up here.
Alright.
Are you going to find that girl? I remember you saying that'd be the first thing you'd do if you were free.
Wish.
Oh, you remembered that? Yes, yes. I really must find
Is
her,
it
so I'll
drowsy?
leave you here for now. See ya.
In a hurry, Layton turns to leave, but Ron, hesitant, steps forward and grabs his sleeve.
Wait, Aladdin. Shouldn't we go find Miss Athena and explain everything to her? I mean, all the stuff we took from the associations, all the hassle we've
He's gonna
caused the
get
Knights.
punched to the
If we don't
face.
explain ourselves, we'll... Yes?
Ron's halting sentence is interrupted by Layton's, whose voice is now strangely devoid of any emotion. Ron looks up into his friend's cold, hard eyes and loosens his grip in shock and fright.
I said you can go.
What do you mean? Ladin? I thought we...
You really are naive, aren't you? Get lost.
The air is suddenly charged by Legion's cruel hostility. Although he and Ron are the same height, Ron feels as though he's an ant being looked down upon by a giant beast.
Naive? What does that mean?
Oh my, how old is she? Ron's limbs turn to lead and his mind goes blank. However, as soon as Layton begins lifting his hand, fear finally overrides his confusion and shock, and sends Ron running for his life in the opposite direction.
Why? Why? Why would Layton start talking to me like that all of a sudden? Did I say something wrong? Or did I accidentally do something to make him mad?
Yes. The freezing cold air of the Soul Slayer quickly saps Ron's energy, but he carries on even though his feet feel so heavy. He has to drag them. It feels like he only has to look back to once again see the dull, murderous intent in Layton's eyes.
What is this place? Could Layton really have been lying to me all this time?
Oh my, I just realized it now.
How? How did things turn out like this?
I mean, 40 stamina for that. Dang, I can't even. Oh no. Once in the Source Layer, we walk beyond Drowsy as it follows the trail of the fragment on the Dreamscape seat. Despite having the divine power on the modifiers to protect me, the Source Layer is still feels stifling.
Admin?
I'm fine, Fair. Don't worry about me. I thought we'll track down Ron in the no time at all, but the amorphous Source Layer is much faster than I would imagine. We've been running for over 10 minutes and we're still seeing the same scenery crop up again and again.
We've been heading in the same direction the whole time. Has Ron just not moved at all? I wonder if he's alright.
Only humans can access the Hall of the Heart where the Sapphire Core is located. As long as that Visbane hasn't found it yet,
So it's
Ron
Visbane.
is safe.
Oh,
Gaia is the last refuge of humanity after all. Access to such information is strictly guarded. Not just anybody is made privy to it.
Athena, do you know why Ron would help a Visbane do something like this?
No. Actually, the Knights of Convallaria carried out background checks on him when we received his report. He's just a normal Stellaris Academy student with a normal family background. He's never been in trouble before in his life. I don't know why he's starting now.
A commoner. If that's the case, I guess he's doing this for the certification exam.
The certification exam.
if he fails the exam, it means he'll lose the chance to spend his life doing what he loves. People will do anything to make...
He also doesn't strike me as being particularly bright. He was probably swayed by Ladin. We can simply ask Ron about his reasons after we find him. Right now, I'm more concerned about Ladin's
So
plan.
what is... Oh, never mind.
He has gone to
I
great
think that
lengths to get his
answers
hands
explain
on the
why.
Sapphire Core.
Why this Sapphire Core?
Why?
If the Sapphire Core is lost, the surface layer will gradually crumble. Maybe Ladin is just like every other Visbane and simply wants to see the world burn.
For years, we have known that the Visbane are driven solely by their desire to destroy. Stealing the Sapphire Core will be the most efficient way to obliterate all life on the surface layer.
Not only that, but the Sapphire Cores serve as Gaia's eyes and record almost everything there is to know about the Sapphire Zones. This information is also an enormous power, and we can't rule out the possibility that somebody wants it.
Huh? Admin, watch out!
Whack. Roar. I should have known it will be impossible to pin the source layer this long without attracting the Visbane's attention. One eye Roy pulls out a Hera embrace and takes Drowsy up in her arms.
If there are enemies,
Drowsy will help too.
Seriously, that ship doll is pretty cute. Looks so soft.
Let's enter the dream.
Oh,
I'll cover you! Ha! Slash! Blaze, incinerate my foe! Nice timing! Slash! Slash!
Sleep well. Yeah. Here, have a...
I'm ready! Slash! Lightning! Answer to my will!
Anything can... I'm counting on you, Drowsy. Eh.
Don't dream of escaping these flames!
oh, that's kind of weak.
I'm ready!
Yeah.
Actually,
Here,
doesn't really
have a
know
piece of my dream.
what is her second skill do,
Sleep well.
because I cannot even see. I can't even see
It's over.
her AOE
Sweet
effect
dreams.
distance. The great sword slashes ceaselessly, forcing the fishbane into an ever smaller area.
Hera! I know what to do!
Hera raises her scepter and the inlaid gemstone bursts forth a radiant crimson light, which ignites a violent firestorm that consumes the remaining fishbanes. However, the storm is too fierce and the flames explode out toward the edge of the battlefield where Athena is standing.
Miss Athena! Look out!
Athena is forced back away, swiping fiercely with her sword to keep the flames at bay. Hera quickly withdraws her access key to stop the fire from spreading.
Miss Athena!
I'm fine, but
Oh. Flames continue to swirl around Athena's blade, even without Hera's divine power. It's as though they are resonating with Athena's power and show no sign of extinguishing.
It's so beautiful. Ow! But hot.
please take a few steps back.
Once we are a suitable distance away, Athena holds her sword aloft and brings it down heavily in direction facing away from us. The hit's power is way beyond my expectation. The thin blade unleashes a fiery thunder strike ahead, so hard it melts the ground in its wake.
Impressive. I didn't know you had the ability to control fire.
It's not control exactly, but when your fire is on my sword, I can feel what will happen when I swing the blade, and the energy is several times stronger. I've never experienced anything like that before.
Admin, I know Lady Hera and Miss Athena don't exactly see eye to eye, but it would appear that their combat skills are a good match together.
But this energy isn't stable enough. I wouldn't say it's... Oh, Leroy, could you please have Drowsy lead the way?
Okay.
What? Oh, dang.
Luke, it's time to...
I mean, is this even really necessary? I don't know, whatever. All the changes taking place in the source layer are making our heads spin, and we are not just but to follow Drowsy closely. We keep going like this for so long that people even notice when Tracy suddenly stops and turns around.
What's going on, Oneroy? Is the path ahead blocked?
It's not this way. Ron's moving.
Moving? Does that mean Ron's alive? That's great news!
Or it could mean that Ladin is on the move.
He can't have succeeded already.
No. Although there's no precedent, the Sapphira Core is responsible for maintaining the stability of the Sapphira Zone. If something were to happen to it, we'd know about it instantly.
Yeah, I'm sure. As we ponder what could happen, Oneroy suddenly raised her head as though she senses something.
The memories from the seed are changing, and whatever is blocking Ron's memory is disappearing.
Something was blocking Ron's memories.
When we first entered Ron's dream, Drowsy saw that some of Ron's memories were hidden. But now, the veil is lifting. Ron's memories are coming back. And they're passing back to me.
Does that mean Ladin has separated himself from Ron?
Yes. And Ron is not far from here.
Why would Ladin abandon Ron's body now?
Maybe he couldn't maintain his control over Ron. Or maybe he was injured. Who knows? But now that he's kindly done us the favor of leaving that poor boy, it is our opportunity to save Ron.
Visbanes are everywhere. We must find Ron before they do, or he'll get hurt.
I feel Oneroy tugging at my clothes.
I saw some of Ron's memories.
I don't know, it's kinda hard to read. What did you see on up?
Drowsy can just show it to you.
Cluster of purple bubbles float in the air as we walk. I see a memory of Ron's life playing out in each of them. Oh no. I should probably play Scene A actually. Just to practice.
Mintha,
Yeah.
Luke, look after our guests.
Yeah, I'll switch to Scene A next one.
Head it off, kids like you who know how to behave. This is where faith goes. Completely worthless. Just as well. I was in a bad mood anyway.
I'm ready. It must hurt. Welcome the first rays of the
Surrender your body.
I mean, I don't even need. Oh, never mind.
Give them their liberation.
But if reverberating daylight dawns.
Everything is within my command.
Yeah, that was overkill.
Shoddy little puppet. Victory was assured from the start, of course.
Oh. Let's practice this.
Leave it to me.
And
I'm all set. I'll give it my best shot.
The Stellar's Academy Library, a few weeks ago.
This is my last shot at the exam. You can do this. I've passed every single mock exam. But what if I fail? If I fail? Ow!
A bronze mirror falls off the shelf here and Ronin hits him in the head.
Hey, you must have a lot of questions now, right? I bet your head is just full of question marks. Why would a mirror just suddenly fall from the sky? Why is there a handsome boy trapped inside the mirror? And why is he talking to me? It's okay, don't worry. I'll answer all of your questions. What the? Ow! Did that knock you out? Yoo-hoo! Oh, don't throw me around, it makes me dizzy. Hey, wait! Where are you going?
Why won't the door open? Security! Security, open up! There's a monster in here! Professor! Mom! Dad! Someone come and save me!
Monster? How rude. Hey, look at me. Do I look like a monster to you?
Calming down slightly, Ron follows the sound of the voice and looks at the mirror on the ground.
Come over here. Don't worry,
That is
I'll
a very
bite.
fancy mirror.
My name's Ladin. You know, before I was trapped in this mirror, I was a respectable artist.
Yeah, I'm not sure how would you trust someone like this though.
An artist? So, someone trapped you in this mirror? You're not a monster?
Of course not. It happened so long ago now, and I was never one for the spotlight, so it's no surprise you've never heard of me. Ah, but maybe you've heard of one of my apprentices. He was called Artisus.
Artisus? As in, the Artisus who founded the Astral Council? He was your student?
I wouldn't go that far. I just taught him a thing or two when I was in a good mood. But that ungrateful jerk was worried I'd steal the limelight from him. He broke his promise and kept me trapped here.
Huh.
You mean, you're the reason Artisus was so successful?
You've heard of the tale of the magic lamp, right? Well, today's your lucky day. If you agree to help me get out of here, I will grant you any wish you desire. What would you like? Riches? To become as famous as Artisus? I can make any of these come true just like that.
Too good to be true.
I would like to pass the Painters Association exam. Whenever I step into the exam hall, my mind goes blank and I just can't manage to draw anything.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, really disappointing, isn't it?
It's already my 6th time retaking it. If I fail this time, I won't be able to get my artist qualification. And if you're an artist in Remorphes but without a certification, you can't get the creator stipend, and no one will take your work seriously. In other words, my life will be over.
Okay, I get it. Can you please stop shaking the mirror? You're making me dizzy. Phew. When Artisus first met me, he was in an even worse place than you, and look where I got him. I promise I can do the same for you.
Really? Thank you.
You are welcome. Yeah, right. Just wait until you set me free.
Well, let's get this mission started. Thanks for the support.
Stand clear! You can't be effective!
Ninjutsu unleashed. Just a bunch of chumps.
This is where
Honestly, I think... Yeah, this is a bit too overpowered for this one kind of fun.
Understand yin and yang.
reverberating daylight dawns!
Ninjutsu.
Oh. Why I cannot...
Do
Yeah,
I get a reward?
I don't think I need
admin?
buffer for the stage like this. Kind of waste. $40 stamina for story stage. Pretty expensive.
Yes, admin.
A Stellar's Academy classroom just before the start of an exam.
What am I gonna do? The mock exam is about to start.
What are
And
you even
everyone
doing,
looks so
bro?
serious. It's almost like the real thing.
Aw, really? Didn't you say you only got nervous during the real exam?
Yeah, but this is the final mock exam.
If you were ever sent to war, you'd scare yourself to death before the fighting even started.
Yep.
Just clear your mind and take out your brushes and paint.
Okay, brushes.
Here you go.
Oh,
Don't be nervous, Ron. You can do it. You're an amazing painter.
Would be funny if he got kicked out of the academy after these shenanigans.
thanks.
Okay, now concentrate. Look, they're writing the exam topic on the blackboard. Portrait, Knights of Convalaria. Hey, this isn't too bad, right?
What do the Knights of Convalaria wear? And how
Oh no.
how do they stand?
Oh my, this kid has forgotten everything?
There's no time. That's right. Just draw the outline first, and the details can be filled in later. Can I have a new sheet of paper, please?
All right, stop fussing.
But I've already wasted so...
Listen, now close your eyes. Go on, trust me. Now take a deep breath in.
Ow.
And imagine you're standing in Amorphis as it was 100 years ago.
What?
100 years ago?
100 years ago, all order in this land was lost, and greed caused the people to forsake their ideals. Lies were told for the sake of fame and fortune, and people set strangers up all in the name of self-interest. During this troubled time, a visionary full of dreams of justice appeared. He hoped to restore order to the land and free creative work from the darkness of chaos. However, the appearance of the visionary threatened the interests of some who, in their indignation, harangued him and insulted him. They even brandished weapons to oust him from his pedestal. It was at this time that a young girl with a head of fiery red hair came to his aid, her sword held fiercely before her. If you are afraid to listen to him, it means his words prick at your conscience. If you dare not look at his works, it means you have lost the ability to see beauty. I don't care who you are, whoever wants to shut him up with a blade will first have to contend with my sword. The girl's words stunned the angry critics, and since then, she has been the visionary's faithful follower and defender.
Grandmother.
As the years passed, she acquired a number of scars, and she was never seen without her sturdy suit of armor. She never married, nor has she expressed any desire for power. All along, she kept the promise she made when she was a girl.
Wait. What?
She was the first commander of the Knights of Convalaria, Colleen Palace. 99 points! I came top of the class! My teacher said I'm sure to pass.
Didn't I tell you?
Thank you, Ladin.
Seriously? This kid just cries at anything.
Except, during the exam, you projected the picture I should draw into my mind. That's not right, is it?
What's wrong with that? You still painted it yourself, didn't you?
No, that's not what I meant. Besides, it's not like you could have done it for me. I was just thinking that was just me copying your design down on paper.
So? It's not like the examiners are going to find out.
It just feels like cheating to me.
This kid is so annoying. Why's he gotta overthink everything? It's not cheating, Ron. Think about it. Didn't all the great artists create their masterpieces based on a dream they had, or a hallucination after drinking?
Is that so?
Shit. This mouse is so light. This mouse button is really light. I just kept triggering when I just pressed my finger a bit too hard.
And we both know that you would have passed the exam ages ago were it not for your nerves. I only helped you to achieve what was already rightfully yours. Don't worry about it. As long as you do as I say, everything will work out for the best.
Sounds like Andrew Ryan.
Thanks, Ladin. That helped.
Yeah, right. What an idiot.
Really, that's a 40 stamina just to read that. Damn. Along with
Well,
the,
let's get
along
this
with
mission
silly
started.
fight. Oh man.
Eclipse feather. Keep on the offensive. Take my sword. Slash. Not bad. Take my sword.
Ninjutsu unleashed.
Oh, too far.
The offensive. Good hit.
Easy peasy. Path of ninjutsu infinite in forms. Careful. I don't think there's a good safe below.
Not bad. Take my sword. We'll see who wins after this. Take my sword. Keep on the offensive. Take my sword.
Can't see anything.
Eclipse feathers, scatter.
Just a bunch of chumps.
Vanish.
Do I get a reward, admin?
Stylish Academy Library. Night.
Hey, Ron, I'm so bored. Don't you have any other wishes I could make come true? Do you have any idea how people would kill each other to have a wishing mirror like myself? Do you want to be the most famous person on the planet? Richer than a king? Get the girl of your dreams? Just tell me and I can make it happen. Come on! Ron!
Just hold on for a minute, can you, Aladdin? I'm trying to concentrate here.
Why did he have to be the one who found me? If this keeps up, there's no way he's gonna help me complete the coordinates.
Got it. Aladdin, come have a look at this.
I'm not in the mood to read. Why don't you just tell me what wish I can grant for you instead?
No, I found a way we might be able to get you out of this mirror.
Really?
Look what it says here. Bronze mirror, silver coin, tulip bloom. The blind's poet treasure scattered around the room. When the old cities formed an alliance many, many years ago, these are the tokens
So
each
these two
lord brought
people
to show their
actually
devotion.
helped him
Don't you think they match those two slots in your frame
to get out from
exactly?
the mirror. What the hell, Ron?
You're right. Look, there's one round one and one shaped like a tulip. Is that why you've done nothing but read these past few days?
You helped me pass the mock.
I mean, is that all you wanted?
Yeah, you helped me get over my nerves. And we're friends, aren't we? So now it's my turn to help you out.
Right.
I mean, there's not much to go on at the moment. We need to know exactly what these tokens are. This poem's over 1,000 years old, but the bronze mirror it mentions must be the one you're trapped in. A mirror from the city of crafters, a coin from the city of traders, a petal from the city of perfumes. It's just a hunch, but I reckon that if we can gather together all the items mentioned in the poem, we might be able to get you out of there.
I think you're right. They must be what I need to complete the coordinates.
Coordinates? What?
Nothing. You're even smarter than I thought, kiddo. I knew I was right about you. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find that gold coin in the pullet thing.
Right. Since these are historical artifacts, their whereabouts should be in this book. The silver coin of the Alliance, tulip petal, hidden in the Association Libraries of... It says that these two items became private collections of two different associations 40 years ago, and were never traded since. But
So how did you
it
find
doesn't
out?
say which two associations they were.
How many associations are there in the city?
In total, I'd say dozens. But those that are rich enough to buy antiques like these, I reckon no more than 7.
Well, that narrows it down.
The problem is that You can't just drop by and visit an association for no reason, let alone view its private collection.
Exactly.
What if we don't visit? What if we snuck in and borrowed the items?
I guess the security is super bad that they cannot find him snook in like that.
That sounds bad. Besides, how would someone like me get into such well-guarded places?
Don't worry about that. I used to be a great artist, remember? Things might not be going so well for me at the moment, but I can still pull a few strings. Look, lightly tap the floor 3 times with the bottom edge of the mirror frame.
Is this some kind of weird ritual?
Don't be silly. This is just how I communicate with my friends. Once you're done, point the mirror toward where you just knocked, and I'll call for them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent. Now, slumbering spirit, heed the call of your eternal friend, and come to me! Hurry up and get out here, you filthy insect! Stand down! There's nothing to be scared of, Ron. My friend here was just very happy to see you. It's one of the ancient
Ron is so
elves that has lived in the
fucking
Morphe since time immemorial. They rarely appear before humans these days.
An elf? It doesn't look much like an elf.
Oh? Have you ever seen a real elf? Exactly. You see, there are many different types of elves. This one here may look a little bit fiercer than the others, but trust me, it's completely harmless. Its name is Shady. Relax. When have I ever lied to you? Come here and break the ice. Shake hands.
I'll...
Yes, that's right. Let's be good friends and get along well together.
Damn, bro.
Well, let's get this mission started.
Eclipse feathers, keep on the offensive! Take this!
Vanish! Ninjutsu unleashed!
Keep on the offensive! Take my sword!
Path of ninja to infinite importance.
I saw that coming! Take my sword!
I can hear my sword breathing. Just a bunch of chumps.
Enemies! Watch out!
Eclipse
come
feathers,
on.
Keep on the offensive!
Ah, yeah. Everything is just scattered. That is not.
Unleashed.
Yeah, that's why.
We'll see who wins after this! Keep on the offensive! Take my sword! Flush!
There. Easy peasy.
Feels like I should enchant the sigil
Here I come.
classic attack. Because I'm going to do this a lot.
Keep on the offensive! Take my sword!
I don't know.
Do I get a reward, admin?
What kind of enchantment did I put for Chinay? Ron has no idea how far he ran in this ever-changing landscape, but his strength finally fails him and he slumps to the ground.
Landon, everything he said to me, everything he taught me, even calling me his friend, were those all lies?
Ron wipes away his tears, but most spring up in their place until his eyes are swollen and his shoes are soaked. Eventually, he managed to get his emotion back under control.
Pull yourself together, Ron. You only met Landon a few weeks ago. way too short for a real friendship.
Psyched and Phil himself coming to terms with his situation. Looking around, he doesn't recognize where he is, and there is no trace of Leiden behind him. Oops.
I'm alone again.
The only thing he's certain
Where
of
am
is that he's somewhere that wasn't on any map of Omorphis.
First of all, I should go apologize to Miss Athena and explain everything that's happened.
Armed with a plan, Ron musters the energy to stand back up. But as he does, he hears a strange movement nearby. Yeah.
Is that shady? Huh? Ah!
I mean, given how story goes, I'm sure we're gonna save him, but man, I just can't feel anything toward the kid. I'm just annoyed. Oh, dang.
Huh? So, Ron actually believed that? He really bought it, that the Fizbane is an elf. I'm not surprised. After all, he even believed that Artisis was Ladin's student.
Ron just wanted a friend.
Athena, do you recognize the mirror that Ladin was in?
I do, but it wasn't valuable or anything. Just an old relic gathering dust in the library.
How the hell?
If Ladin has been hiding in there all along, then I fear he's been lurking in Omorphis for a very long time indeed.
I don't think he's been lurking. I'd say he was trapped in that mirror. I think the only reason he stayed in it was that he had yet to come across someone as pure as Ron. Without a body, he's got no choice but to take advantage of the kindness of others. Even with intelligence, Fizbane
I
will
forgot how
still use
Fizbane
underhanded
was
methods.
created. How they were created.
At first, I thought Ron had just made a deal with Ladin to pass his exams. But it seems he really did count Ladin as a friend.
Kill Ron.
Abman, you're not looking too good. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just worried. Even during his imprisonment, Ladin was still taking the Sepira core. He's most likely been working on this scheme even before he was in prison. It might have been a coincidence that he met Ron, but if he hadn't, surely he also had a backup plan. As we discuss everything we have learned from Ron's memory, Drowsy comes to sudden halt, then turns and jump back into Honorians. Man, why is her name so hard to say? She hugs the toys tightly, tears forming in her eyes. What's wrong, Honori?
There aren't any more fragments. We'll never find Ron now.
Rip.
What happened?
When the Seed of Dreams shattered, the fragments were continuously shed from Ron's consciousness. But there must be none left now.
Good. Honori, can you sense the laceration Ron was in?
This way.
Then let's go that way. It's not like we have any other option.
I'll lead. But keep your eyes peeled for any enemy movement.
The search layers near it is constantly changing. Staying in the same place will just make the search even more difficult. We begin walking in the direction that the Honori indicated. After a while, we are off the faint sound of someone crying. The cries grow louder as we approach.
Is that Ron?
Stay away, you monsters! Help!
Quick, he's in danger! It's over for you, villains! Your moves are not fooling me!
Nice timing.
The sound of
Man.
my string will wash away all
Athena seems very American.
I'll put this boss to rest!
Rip!
the bait. Prepare to be cleansed in the sacred flame.
Yeah, the music twisting during the fight when you got your shot is kind of terrifying, I guess. And I'm terrifying, but it's kind of unsettling. But yeah, it sounds very American with the rock. Alright.
I'll put this boss to rest. No need for thanks. This is the duty of the Knights of Convallaria.
Now that Shady's taken care of the Guardians, we can search the area in peace.
Wait a minute, what is this?
Are they all right?
Oh, of course. Shady's a kind and gentle elf. It never hurt a fly. They're just sleeping.
Bruh.
Fine. Ladin, I just realized I never asked you before. How did you wind up trapped in that mirror anyway?
Oh, well, I guess I never told you.
If you used to be Artis's teacher, that'd make you well over 100 years old, but you still look so young. Are you an ancient?
Come on, Ladin. Think of a good lie. Okay? I'll tell you my story while you search.
All right.
A long, long time ago. So long ago that even he cannot remember how long it has been. A boy woke up and found himself in a garden full of golden apples.
Bruh.
Woke up? How did the boy fall asleep in the first place?
What you should be asking is, how was the boy born in the first place? Even the boy himself didn't know the answer to that question. And there were lots of people like this boy who didn't know where they came from. It was as though everyone was living in a dream that they couldn't remember the start of. What set this boy apart from the rest was that he retained his curiosity. Everyone else had been dreaming for so long that they'd lost the ability to think. He looked at the apples hanging all over the garden, wondering who had planted these trees. He looked at the rows of fences around him, wondering who had trapped him there. One day, he looked up at the profoundly blue sky, and there, within the clouds, he discovered a whole other world. A wide open world. A world where people laughed and cried. A world where they experienced joy and sorrow. For the very first time, he realized that he had other options than just thinking about those two unanswerable questions. What a pleasure it was to just sit there and watch the scenes of life unfold on the other side. Soon enough, however, the boy discovered something else. Over there, people's lives were ordinary and repetitive. Their world was clearly so much larger. So why did it seem like nothing more than a narrow cage? The boy grew tired. He realized that they were concerned with only one question, even one less than he. They were afraid of anything new, moving around each other in small and pitiful circles. Half the time, they would close their eyes and just lie there doing nothing.
You're talking about sleeping, right? Now that you mention it, I've actually never seen you sleeping.
So boring, he muttered to himself. So terribly boring. And so, the boy unfurled his wings.
You had wings?
Don't interrupt. So the boy unfurled his wings and let out a terrifying roar. He soared into the air, flying through the heavy clouds and rushing towards the great vortex. Although he felt his skin burn and his bones being crushed, he was determined to get to the other side. This was how the
I thought
stuffy
the other side
world
was boring.
welcomed a ray of light. The boy traveled around, telling ordinary people what the true meaning of life was.
Oh.
He gained a group of loyal believers, leaving scriptures that were handed down from generation to generation. He transformed the world and set it on the right path.
Wait, what?
People sought to become a better version. It was also on this journey
I
that
didn't
the
even
boy
click
met
it.
a girl who thought the same way as him. The girl had long, beautiful silver hair that was tied into a lovely ponytail. Like the boy, she had no need to close her eyes half the time. Her eyes were big and bright, and like the boy's, they sparkled with curiosity about the future. The like-minded companions traveled together and never had a reason to quarrel. And indeed, they experienced one happy thing after another, sharing their laughter along the way. The girl said to the boy, "You are the most interesting being I've ever met. I want you to always be by my side, now and forever."
Wow.
The boy readily agreed. He had no regrets at all about not going back to that golden garden, and he forgot about the scars and marks that were left on his body by his arduous crossing. As long as the girl needed him, he was happy to stay with her. However, the girl's words were nothing but lies. She took advantage of the boy's unquestioning attitude and dripped a golden magic liquid into his eyes. The boy, who had not closed his eyes since he woke up in the garden, fell unconscious and only came to several years later. He had been trapped inside a mirror, and the girl was nowhere to be seen. In the meantime, the disappearance of the boy,
So
who
what's the
brought the
goal?
truth, caused the world to relapse to its former state. The people were led astray once more.
Why did the girl do that? Why did she betray you?
No idea. The boy wandered with the mirror for 100 years and never saw the girl again. He could not understand why she had lied to him and trapped him in the mirror. But because he never got an answer, he could not bring himself to hate her.
Oh, madam. So that's why you want to get out. So you can find this girl and ask her why she betrayed you? That does it.
Who would have thought a children's story would prove so useful?
Well, let's get this mission started.
Eclipse starting. Keep on the effect.
Yeah!
Take my
Vanish! Ninjutsu unleashed. Easy peasy.
slash. I saw that coming already.
An enemy. Right on time.
We'll see who wins after this.
Do I get a reward, admin?
Quick, Ron! Insert the components! I'm about to finally be free!
Okay, I'll try.
Ron places the golden petal and silver coin in their respective slots.
Huh?
Oops.
Huh?
Did you put them in right?
I think so.
Have you checked their place in the right way?
They are. Everything's lined up.
Nothing's happening!
Just give me a sec here, Latin. Bronze mirror, silver coin, tulip bloom. The blind poet's treasure scattered around them. Maybe it's that last part we're missing. But the history of the Great Alliance didn't mention anything about any gemstone.
I knew it was too good to be true. That dumb poem was just nonsense.
Actually, I think I have an idea of who the blind poet was. When the Alliance was formed, they invited the famous troubadour Homer to it, but Homer was unfazed. He stood up, dusted himself.
Oh, really? And
he's been dead for over 1,000 years.
It's fine, Ron. You can just leave me. I know you did your best. It's not too terrible being trapped in here after all. I can close my eyes and count the stars. I can open my eyes and also count the stars. Counting stars is so fun and interesting. I love counting stars.
Aladdin.
Counting stars. Counting stars.
Wait, the Society of Muses library has the biggest collection of copies of antique books.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Not an option. The Society of Muses library is a restricted area. I've only been in there once with and the Knights of Convallaria have the entire city under lockdown at the moment. We'll definitely raise suspicion if we just go wandering over there. You said you didn't want anyone finding out who you are, right?
He's right. That would interfere with my plans. Right. So, all we need to do is make them lift the lockdown while keeping ourselves unnoticed.
But how are we going to do that?
Well, let's get this mission started. Eclipse feathers, scatter!
Probably think what I like about Chile is that it disrupts the incantation
Unleashed.
of that, I don't know what's called, the wizard that could burst on land. Kind of prevents them to cast their spell.
Easy peasy. I can hear my
But
sword
yeah,
breathe.
I think Chile is normal buff.
Are you prepared for this?
Unless there is some other way that I can play it to make it more
Careful.
deadly, but
I don't think they're just here to say hello.
Keep on the effect.
Ninjutsu unleashed.
Switch up the wind. Keep on the offensive.
I should probably get Gladiator or something.
Do I get a reward, admin?
I've made a lot of memories with Ron these past few days. Although they've all just been me fooling him. Poor Ron. Running away in such a hurry. He must be heartbroken. Is he going to burst into tears again the next time we meet? Oh, what am I talking about? This is the Source Lair. There's no way a human will be able to get out of here alive. I wonder who'll end up eating him first. Shady or Snowy?
Laden having a Cheriton sounded on the direction where he sends the Sepira for to be.
Aha! That's it!
He passes through an invisible barrier. Although the scenery around him has not changed, Laden is sure that he has entered a spirit space. Colorful beams of light frame the silhouette of Lone Palace standing in the emptiness. It has no physical form, only a closed door echoing back the sound of Laden's footsteps as he approaches. Beyond this door is the Hall of the Heart, where the Sapphire core is located. I don't already feel the dizzying intoxication of being this close to the data cache. You know, saving Ron is probably a bad idea, after all.
Well, that was easy. And boring, actually.
I don't frown as he complains, but then his face suddenly lights up like a child who's just seen their favorite toy.
Hello? Anybody here? If not, then I'll just be taking this.
Guess there's no one. In that case,
It looks like the new owner of the Sapphire Core is His Royal Highness, the witty and charming Ladin.
The doorstep to the Hall of the Heart is a mere 10 steps away, which Layton traverses in a joyful tango with an invisible dance partner. He climbs the stair and reaches out to push open the door.
huh?
Layton is sure of his strength now he's been freed, but push as he might, he cannot get the door to budge. He begins to hear a faint sound emanating from the door, and an energy just beyond his perception begins to gather in the middle of the hall. The power brewing behind him fills with him with both trepidation and yearning.
What is this?
Just as he does, a green blue light shines in his direction through the crack on the door. Layton's back up as fast as he can, but the light continues to come closer. Just as the little light is about to reach Layton's head, everything around him suddenly transforms. The Hall of the Heart and the green blue light disappear, as though everything he just seen was simply an illusion. Flustered, Layton looks around and sees that he is not outside on the separate space where the Hall of the Heart is located. He seems to be safe as the light is not able to reach him here. Layton tilts his head to the side as he ponders his dilemma, before suddenly plunging it back to its original position.
It's not fair! How could they have such an unfair rule?
He plays hopscotch along the side of the path with his hand behind his back, occasionally looking in the direction of the Hall of the Heart, but ultimately deciding not to risk going back into that space.
Oops, wrong step. I guess that light is a kind of power that only targets Fizbanes. Like a drug that's designed to target a specific virus. Huh. I was targeted. Gaia doesn't want Fizbanes touching the Sapphire Core, and this is its defense mechanism.
Layton waves dismissively, then turns on his heel and goes back to the way he came. Even though he failed to get his hand on the Sapphire Core, he still has a wide grin on his face.
It's fine. Even though you're cheating, I still know a way I can win. It's the same as having one of those fingerprint scanners. I just need to bring you the right hand, and you'll open.
Ladin, what are you doing? Can you hear me?
Layton hears a loud voice question him inside his mind.
Huh? It's you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
You cretin. You've been absent without leave all this time. Oh, what did I do to land a partner like you? I hope Master Turing punishes you good.
Don't be mad. I had a bit of an accident.
Layton chuckles as he answers in his head, seemingly unaware of the other voice
What do you
anger.
mean, accident?
Just consider that I fell down a hole and have only just managed to get myself back out again.
What nonsense are you spouting now?
Okay, stop shouting at me. I've got some good news. I, Ladin, am currently standing just outside the Hall of the Heart.
What?
Of course. What did you think I was doing all this time?
So, the plan?
Is going swimmingly. You're not going to pull the plug, are you?
Of course not. I'm not an unreliable jerk like you.
Very good. As long as you do your part, I'll do mine and get the Sapphire Core. And when the time comes, You can take all the credit when you report to Master Turing.
That goes without saying. I've been sitting here ready for ages, while you decided to go off and play hooky. You're lucky I haven't reported you.
Yeah.
Nathan wraps his head within his knuckled waist to silence the voice, then takes a deep breath and smiles.
Okay, break time is over. Game on.
Now that's very... I don't know. Kind of mid, I guess. Pretty mid.
Knight Koros, are you telling me Commander Athena has left you in charge of dispatches?
Enlil stares blankly at the confederate knight in front of him, who definitely does not seem to be joking.
Correct, Mr. Enlil. If there's something about security at the ceremony you would like to discuss, I am happy to listen.
Basic line, please. The knights hold out the grip of his telling the truth. Enlil glances at it, nods hesitantly, then fishes a piece of paper out of his backpack.
This is a list of all the artists and works present at the ceremony, along with their exhibition times and locations. Senator Ch.11 instructed me to give this to Commander Athena.
Ah, yes. I was told that there's usually a discrepancy between the people who say they're coming to the ceremony and those who actually turn up. We will dispatch guards based on this new exhibition arrangement.
Thank you. Oh, one more thing. Do you know where Commander Athena has gone? I would like to confirm the arrangement with her face-to-face, if possible.
I'm afraid she didn't tell me, and it's not my place to ask.
I see.
But she did say she'd be back before the opening ceremony. So maybe something's happened. Perhaps you could go to the Stellaris Temple. That's the direction she headed off in.
Enlil frowned as he watched Koros leave, wondering what could possibly possess Athena to hand over the responsibility for the ceremony to one of her subordinates.
What could be more important than the ceremony? What's more, the Stellaris Temple isn't open to the public during the ceremony. So why would she go there?
Just as he hesitated whether to head back and watch the ceremony with his classmate or continue looking for Athena, he sees two small figures scurrying back to the square from a distance.
Miss Mintha, Miss Luke, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be with Lady Hades?
Good day, Mr. Enlil. As instructed by Lady Hades, we have just come from the Stellaris Temple.
We were sent to find Lady Hera, Miss Oneiroi, and the Aether Gazer honored guests.
But we couldn't find them anywhere. Would you happen to have seen them, sir?
No. Wait. The Stellaris Temple? Why would they go to the Stellaris Temple when the ceremony is about to start?
Should we tell Mr. Enlil?
Mintha thinks Mr. Enlil has the right to know.
So that's why Miss Athena went to the temple. Has either of you seen Miss
A
Athena?
battle has definitely taken place there, and marks appear to be left by Miss Athena's weapon.
But we haven't seen Miss Athena herself.
Many artworks have been damaged. Luke didn't have time to count them all.
We don't have time for that, Luke. Lady Hades told us to return as quickly as possible.
Ah, you're right. If you excuse us, Mr. Enlil.
A battle in the Stellaris Temple, and it just so happens to take place now. Something's wrong. I must inform Father.
However, as Enlil plans to rush back to his brother, he almost collides with someone wearing a mask.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are so many of them. They're only just arriving now? I was so distracted, Wait a second. When he walked over, there was no change in the wind. I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I'm Senator Ch.11's assistant. May I ask, is your troop taking part in today's performance? Please, wait, I need to... Wait,
Sticking your nose into other people's affairs isn't very mannerly, Mr. Enlil.
what? Who?
All right.
Well, let's get this mission started.
How did he attack Andrew? Oops.
Eclipse feathers, scatter!
Take my sword!
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Ninjutsu unleashed. It's just a scratch.
We'll see who wins after
Yeah, the map is
this.
so big and the enemy is so few. So it's it's kind of waste of space.
Just a bunch of chumps.
Keep on the offensive. Good hit.
Yeah, the map is too big.
Path of ninjutsu infinite importance.
We'll see who wins after this. Not bad. Take my sword.
Alright. Yeah, I think I need to play Theater for this.
Hang in there.
What the?
Isn't one of the men
I'm losing hit
We'll
point.
see who wins after this.
Oh no.
Easy peasy. Are you prepared for this? Do I get a reward, admin?
I need to recheck Jin A build, I guess. More gladiator. Well, basically attack, normal attack, and skill attack. The string quartet's panel for part of the simmering forward movement brings its performance on the simmering stage to a close. The composer closes the piano and leads the orchestra to their final bow. Thunderous applause break out from the audience, although some are wholly unimpressed.
Hades, people will notice your lack of decorum if you don't clap at the end of a performance.
Then they'll also notice how perfunctory your applause is.
The two are sitting in the VIP seats with the best view on the southern side of the square, a red carpet area where they won't be disturbed by the rest of the audience. This means the two long-time acquaintances can speak openly without fear of being overheard by anyone else.
The choice of instruments is very conventional. The melody goes nowhere, and the turning point and finale are highly derivative of Master Shervok's Symphony No. 9.
Whatever, dude.
Master Shervok. Oh, that's right. He was the maestro often mentioned by Odysseus.
Typical academic compositions, so outmoded they verge on parody.
Man, it's so posh.
You don't pull your punches, I see.
Such mediocre effort, devoid of artistry, simply panders to the masses. And yet, such work has already been named frontrunner by the Society of Music. The prosperity of Amorphes has been built around a fine balance of artistic freedom and regulatory rigidity. But I fear such balance is being slowly eroded. In the dark times, we still produced geniuses like Master Shervok. But today's generation can't hold a candle to the likes of him.
You're
It's as
about
though
to get
humanity requires
Oceana.
adversity in order to advance.
So you say, yet you still oppose the reform. If you are happy with the quality on display at the next ceremony, I expect an apology for your no.
I fail to see what purpose this new irresponsible system would serve, except to make people even lazier. If someone is without talent, isn't it better for them to realize this earlier so they can focus their efforts elsewhere instead of languishing on a dream that will never come true?
Talents are the conduits of artistic expression, but its inspiration stems from here. We've blocked the way for some latecomers, and Amorphis is stagnating as a result.
Don't forget what brought the dark times years ago. All those mediocre artists who believed that the inspiration would favor them.
That is true, but we can learn from that valuable experience and not repeat the mistakes of the past.
I have witnessed too many grand dreams founder, too many best-laid plans fail, and too many systems that style themselves as perfect succumb to the scrutiny of time and degenerate into mere tools for profit seekers. Amorphis may be relatively conservative at the moment, but I don't consider that a bad thing. Too radical a shift could throw us toward the other extreme, one that could shake the arts to their very foundations.
Nothing is perfect. The more you wish to change the status quo, the more you'll have to accept radical methods and unknown consequences.
Indeed.
People these days are obsessed with certificates and scores.
Indeed.
We both have seen the results of such obsessions. We have to do something to give others a chance, one way or another.
Sounds like you really are quite confident in them.
I've always been more optimistic than you, but I'm not the one with confidence. They are. You should pay a visit to the Society of Muses one day, Oceanus. Those with the most creativity these days are the ones you would claim are on the wrong path.
If that's true, then why don't you teach some students yourself so that we may admire their talents?
What? So they could see that they'd never surpass me and give up in frustration one by one? Are we really going to repeat what happened before?
You either need to learn your lesson or teach something else.
You know perfectly well it's simply a talent gap. As for other things, it shouldn't be mine to teach.
All I know is that you are not cut out for teaching.
Well, Enlil achieving what he has doesn't necessarily mean you're a good teacher either.
As the topic moves to the younger generation, Oceanus turns to scan the crowd. His eyes only come to a brief halt when reaching the sculptor class. He frowns slightly.
This ceremony takes place once every 5 years. Yet where is Athena? And not only her, where is Hera? Where are the Aether Gazer guests? These youngsters you've supposedly been teaching have clearly learned nothing of manners.
The young have their own concerns. Didn't Enlil go with them? Such a pity.
Enlil is helping me with something. Having said that, he also should have been back by now. Whatever's happened to draw all these people away, I'm sure it's nothing good. Aren't you worried about their safety?
Yes, I am. Wait. Nehoi isn't here either.
And you have no idea where they could be?
Paris yawns lazily and leans back in a more comfortable position in her chair.
We'll find out when Mintha and Luke return.
Hades, it would appear that a lot of people still remember your puppetry skills.
Oh? Do you mean the troupe on stage now? I've heard of them. Sounds interesting. I believe they're outsiders invited especially for the ceremony.
A dance group has climbed on stage and they command the crowd attention before the acts has even begun. Not because they are wearing outlandish costume, not because they made a spectacular entrance, but because of their members are not human.
I heard this troupe is famous because half of them are
they actually
alive
make
and
a
the other half are puppets.
custom face
Once
for
they start
NPC.
performing, no one can tell which is which.
I think the one on the right might be a puppet.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The guy in the mask must be the puppet master. Do you think he needs to fine-tune the puppets in real time, since there are so many of them?
I didn't think there would be anyone this skilled with puppets since Lady Hades. I mean, these puppets aren't as exquisite as her works, but this is on a much bigger scale.
The senators are just over there. Keep your voice down.
Unlike the inferior puppets made by past imitators of Hades who fail to grasp what makes them special, the puppets in this troupe are completely natural in both appearance and movement. The puppet master operates them all in unison, and their action is even more coordinated than that of the human performers. What is more, the choreography goes beyond a mere mechanical movement. It tries to express human emotion with the movement of the puppets. In the second half of the act, a giant dance partner, H.I. Mecha, slowly rises above the stage and dances in mid-air like a maiden holding a parasol, adding an element of the three-dimensionality to the performance.
Now this is interesting, I must say.
Rubbing her arms along with the music, Eddie's eyes are gleaming. Her lips part in a delighted smile. It's the first time she's sat up in her seat since the ceremony started. I mean, we just like that, right? The path widens and the landscape becomes more expansive. Ron's cries for help are becoming ever clearer. Looks very regal. There.
How did he get caught by so many Visbanes? Quick! Before it's too late!
Wait, they're not hurting him. They've just surrounded him.
Are they using Ron as—
Even if this is one of Ladin's traps, we can't just leave Ron there. Engage!
It's you guys. Miss Athena. It's really you.
Yeah, can I slap you
I'll
instead?
accept any punishment you give me. I shouldn't have trusted Ladin. I stole the artwork. I hurt the guards. I went against your orders. Ladin has been
Alright, throw him to the prison then.
lying to me since the beginning.
Don't cry.
On Aloy. It's my fault. There's nothing I can do now.
I've also made mistakes that were hard to undo. But now that you know you're in the wrong, what good is crying about it going to do? Your case shall be judged by the Astral Council. Until then, you need to calm yourself and help us defend Omorphes against Ladin.
Remember when you would practice your painting so much you'd forget to eat and sleep? That's the Ron we need right now. If you wish to become a decent artist, you need to know how to conduct yourself with grace. If you can't even do that, then you're not ready for fame and recognition.
Ron, we're all here to help you.
To the prison.
It is strange, though. This was clearly a trap, but Ladin's nowhere to be seen. Not even an
thanks for the
ambush
things,
or
Ferdinand.
anything.
He abandoned me as soon as he escaped from the mirror. I was chased here by monsters. My plan was to hide here until the monsters left and then go find Miss Athena. But more and more of them just kept on coming. I thought I was doomed.
Well, the good news is that it doesn't look like Ladin has succeeded yet. Things could be much worse otherwise. Ferdinand taps me on the shoulder.
Admin, don't you feel that? I think the stage is moving.
Everyone looks uneasy upon hearing Ferdinand ominous warning, except for Noiroi, who is still hallucinated, and Ron whispered to Stephen in fear. What's that? Gravity suddenly seems to get stronger, making my head spin. Ron falls to his knees. We notice everything outside the theater has started to wheel rapidly. It is impossible to tell if it's the landscape rotating or the theater itself. The heavy red curtain falls before being split in all directions mid-air and descending on us in waves, trapping us on the stage. Everyone huddle up, don't get spirited. I pull Ron to his feet and everyone stand back to back, drawing our weapons and forming a defensive circle. Strange noises are coming from behind the wall of red fabric. We hear rustling footsteps, musical instrument, and the muffled sound of mechanism operating and board colliding.
Rookie, I detect a powerful Bane energy signal approaching.
Is this Ladin's ambush?
Obviously not a—
Careful, incoming!
Where did these fizz come from? Did we not spot them before? There weren't any like these just now. These are all dressed up, almost pretentious. Is this some kind of practical joke?
The landscape has changed too. Isn't that the Stellaris Academy Square?
It does indeed look like a class stage surrounded by a red carpet. Some of the buildings are distorted unrealistically, yet some sculptures carry the recognizable Stellaris Academy style. In the sky outside float countless musical instruments, silently surrounding the theater like an asteroid belt. The great space is like a graveyard for these instruments, forever burying their music. The show is about to begin, and the actors have taken their position. After a momentary pause, a high-pitched singing rings across the stage, and a ferocious onslaught of fish pains appears. So itchy.
It's over for you, villains!
Well, there's new stage.
The enemy is here! On your guard!
I'll cover you! Pay your respects.
Why is coming? Oh no.
Your moves are not fooling me! The sound of my string will wash away all filth. I'll put this boss to rest. Fall, villain!
Here we go. I'm gonna use this lightning! Answer to my will! Solar Blaze, incinerate my foe! You're never gonna penetrate my shield!
Fall, villains!
I mean, the mechanic is fun, but
No need for thanks. This is the duty of the Knights of Convallaria.
yeah, it would be very hard to keep track on a mob like that. Alright, last stage. Oh my, story time.
Lady Hades, Senator Ch.11.
Oceanus returns the maid's salutation with a courteous nod and pulls his seat away from Hades slightly so that Minda and Luce can stand on either side of her.
You haven't missed too much. The opening dance has just ended, and now the main show is about to begin.
The enthusiastic conversation from the audience are testament to the performance's popularity. The large-scale puppet show was already exciting enough, but the troupe is also putting on a circus show. It's time for the circus prop to be placed on the stage, with the puppet master performing the intermission.
How did you do?
I'm sorry, but we couldn't find them. Besides, in the temple we saw...
Oh, really?
Would you like us to continue searching, Lady Hades?
No. You can stay here and enjoy the show, and chat with me. Do you know what those things on stage are?
Luke knows. It's magic. Lady Hades wasn't asking about the show, Luke. Obviously, they're automated puppets. Oh. Like us.
As punishment, you shall perform tonight before dinner, Luke.
Huh? Lady Hades?
There's nothing in this world as special as you two, my darlings.
Perform. Yes, Luke will put on a spectacular show.
And Mintha, I want you to perform with Luke as well.
Did Mintha say something wrong too?
You gave the wrong answer to my question too, Mintha. Are they really just puppets? Take a closer look.
Hades, what's going on?
Fret not, Oceanus. I simply think we should further investigate where these puppets came from. I think you'll find it just as interesting as I do.
The intermission performance is over. Another batch of puppets joins the stage for the grand finale. With little by way of build-up, The powerful puppets are able to pull off a series of mind-blowing stunts that leaves the audience gasping in awe. Minta and Luz lean on the railing, watching the performance carefully and pondering Hades' question. Hades' gaze never strays from one of the puppets, Master.
Are you putting on such a big show just to get these things inside?
As the intermission performance ends, the puppet master Hades had been staring at exit the stage. As the intermission performance ends, the puppet master Hades had been staring at exit the stage. Had been staring at exit the stage. Following the stage hand was carrying the props. The two make eye contact for a second. The puppet master does not appear to notice Hades, and thanks to the mask, this person is able to naturally shift their gaze in another direction. What?
Did we win?
It was a tough fight, but we managed to take out those old fish pen that seemed to be attacking with dance move. However, an oppressive atmosphere continues to clog the empty stage. There's something wrong with this place. Let's get out of here. Ron, do you remember which way you came from?
Yes, it was from...
Ron's finger freezes in mid-air. His eyes widen in horror and his mouth opens soundlessly. I look around and see the reason for his fear. After all the spinning and changes of the landscape that took place, it is impossible now to tell which direction is
I'm
which.
sorry. One thing I can do to help.
I want to slap you, Ron.
It's not your fault, Ron. We all lost our sense of direction in all of this.
It's hard to see clearly in the source layer. There are no landmarks, and the scenery is constantly changing. It would be a miracle not to get lost in a place like this.
The impasses though. Athena, didn't you say before that this place looks similar to Ceremony Square?
Yes. The Knights of Convallaria are responsible for security during the ceremony, so I'm very familiar with the square's layout. Why do you ask?
It's just that I'm a little worried about what's going on there. It's been a while since we left now, but no one has come to find us, or even gotten a message to us.
Outside communications are blocked this deep in the source layer, and no one would be able to find us without our exact coordinates.
The ceremony is not what's important right now. Hades and Oceanus are there, and they won't let their guard down. We need to focus on our own predicament. We can't just run around the source layer like headless chickens. It's impossible for us to just bump into Ladin somewhere.
All we can do is take things one step at a time. We randomly choose a path and are about to follow. We randomly choose a path and are about to follow it when our familiar sense of danger assails us. The red curtain falls, blocking our exit from the stage. Amid its haphazard spanning and the constant gravitational changes, we hear heavier sounds than before coming from behind the curtain.
What was that? More monsters? We really should have left when we had the chance.
The curtain dissipates for a second time, and I aim my pistol at the head of humanite fishpen. I pull the trigger without hesitation. Oh, at least Administrator actually fight.
It's over for you, villains!
Unlike the commander from the Nikkei.
Don't worry. This is quite laborious.
Slash! Slash!
Incinerate my foes!
You're never gonna penetrate my shield!
The sound of my string will wash away all filth. Solo time! Your moves are not fooling me! I'll put this fight to rest!
Kneel before the sacred flame.
Incinerate my foe!
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
This is quite laborious.
Go! Lightning! Answer to my will! Incinerate my foe! Slash! Slash!
You don't deserve to get any closer.
Yeah, the only fun about this thing for clearing mob is that Athena will jump to the nearest enemy. So I can focus on the, I don't know, the mini game.
Is that woman a modifier? Did she notice me?
Yes. Puppet Master leaves the stage and stands at the edge of the shadowy passageway. Even though he had turned his gaze, he could still feel the stare from the VIP seats burning into his back.
Oh, it couldn't be. I didn't give anything away. Come on, Ladin, what's taking you so long? Oh, you've revealed yourself, but you're still strolling around without a care in the world. Oh, why do I always get stuck with such unreliable partners?
Still questioning, the Puppet Master fades into the shadow.
Did you find out where the puppets came from?
No. The registered factory was fake, and the supplier didn't recognize any of the serial numbers.
Harris not as though this was what she was expecting. She turns to the maid who are discussing their answer in low voice.
Well, Mintha, Luke, were those puppets on stage?
Luke doesn't think so. Because, Mintha, you say it.
Mintha watched the performers carefully, and I compared their movements to those of the 12 puppetry techniques Lady Hades mentioned. The mobility and unison we saw on stage are impossible to achieve with any known puppetry techniques. Therefore, they weren't puppets.
If Our Lady can't do it, then no one can. That's what Luke thinks.
Please explain, Hades. If this is related to the security of the ceremony, you shouldn't keep it from me.
Hey, I've only just confirmed things myself. You can't expect me to know everything all at once.
Do you think they went into the Source Layer?
There's no other explanation. They can't have just disappeared in a puff of smoke.
I'm going to look for them.
Slow down. Without their coordinates, it'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack. What's more, we'll have our own troubles to deal with. Soon.
Hades calls Mintha and Lucifer and whisper instruction in their ears.
Now, go do as I say.
Yes, my lady.
Oceanus, there hasn't been any trouble at the ceremony for over 100 years. That is going to change today.
If you think it's that serious, then we must decide our moves with utmost caution.
I was not expecting that reaction.
I know when to put my trust in you.
My mistake. After suffering so many of your lessons, I may have a bit of a biased view of you.
I don't mind, and there's no need for you to change your views.
The circus show finally comes to an end, and the crowd applause is deafening. However, a sudden screeching noise cuts everything short.
Testing, testing. This is Luke.
A girl in match uniform taps the microphone on the rostrum, and the screech of the feedback sends the entire crowd. Yet the performance of the message continues uninterrupted.
Okay, Luke. You don't need to test it. We can all hear you.
Everyone. We have just received a quake alert from Korg and have no choice but to halt the ceremony for today. All remaining performances will be postponed to a later time. For now, please follow the instructions of the Knights of Convalaria and evacuate the square.
What? A quake? Here?
You know what? The NPC actually voice actor is pretty good.
Impossible. It must be a prank of some kind.
Everyone must leave immediately before the quake hits.
All emergency exits have been opened. Please follow the Knight's instructions and evacuate.
The unexpected announcement triggers a wave of confused murmuring in the crowd, and the dance troupe finally stops their performance. Although the audience is bewildered and annoyed at the having ceremony cut short, they still open the night and calmly file out the square.
Well, today's definitely one for the history books.
It matters not. History is written by the victors. We just need to ensure it's accurate.
Are you Commander Shepard?
We shall get going, Hades. We're the ones who'll have to clean up this mess.
The evacuation is proceeding in orderly fashion, except for the troupe whose members always stand on the stage silently.
Hey, excuse me. The performers are still up there. Can't you at least let them finish the show first?
Yes. It would be too rude for us to leave halfway through the show.
Some of the strikers from the audience began to complain loudly at the night.
For your own safety, we must ask you to
What
evacuate
the hell
immediately.
is this voice actor?
We will also arrange for the performers to exit.
Are we in danger?
Is that a French?
If so, why are Senator Ch.11 and Senator Hades still here?
They have other responsibilities.
Yeah, it's French, isn't it?
Look, everyone! The performers are starting back up! They're going to continue!
Now that's dedication to the art. Of course they shouldn't stop until the final curtain calls.
Is this part of the show?
The troop movement are attracting more and more interest from the crowd. An unpleasant aura starts to appear on the stage. Suddenly, a thick black mist starts emanating from the puppets. When it's clear, the eyes shines a dangerous red. The outward appearance is still one of elegance and sophistication, but the aesthetic beauty has no interplace with murderous intent. The transparent act Jamaica raised its diamond-shaped head, and amidst the high-pitched, almost inhuman chanting, he spun in the shape on the violinist and danced once express attack on the audience.
Oh, look!
Wait! There's something wrong with these guys!
Watch out! Move back!
What is this? I mean, stack of shadow. So this is the Hades sigil, right? I don't think my Hades used that though. Oh, that's wait. Yeah, that's still a long way to go. Man, the payment for the storage state is so poor. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of poor, but eh. So 5 more stage. Gonna check.
Are you calling?
Looking for me, little lamb?
Right, 3 sigils. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Oh wait, can I? Ah, yeah, of course, I need to get one more copy. Oh, I can just transfer with this transferring crystal. You know that. Equipping. No, I don't know. We'll see later on. Oh well. That's enough for today. Time to sleep.